I created my first ever data pack in Cobblemon Minecraft, and it involves loot bags, as you probably saw from the title and thumbnail. And basically it drops a loot bag whenever you defeat a Cobblemon, and it only drops one loot bag, but it has different like weights and everything to items in the loot bag. But first, upon installing the data pack, you want to type in reload and reload the whole game to make sure it works properly, because there is a small percentage where if you don't reload it, it might break. So yeah. And then after that, once you relaunch once it loads everything, you want to type in not /config like I accidentally did, but you want to type in /function lbags :config with entity at s. And upon typing that in and entering it, it will pull up a config menu in the chat, to which you just click default or whatever it says there. I believe it'll say default, but that is how often the bags will drop. Very rare is going to be like probably every 20 Pokemon you might get a loot bag, but very common is like every other Pokemon, if not every Pokemon. But for this video, I did very common, but default I like a little bit better because it gives it a little bit more rarity. And right here, we're battling a Picky Pecky, I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, Picky Peck. And as you see, it drops the loot on the floor, but then a Poké loot bag spawns in my inventory, and you can right click it and it will give you a random item from Cobblemon. This gave me a friend ball, which I think the Pokeballs might be sort of broken, because I don't think it's supposed to just give you one. But here I'm typing in megas because I'm planning on adding Mega Showdown to the loot bag, maybe a different data pack separate from Cobblemon, people that don't want to use Mega Showdown. But that's future plans. I'm also thinking maybe Myths and Legends, but here I'm showing you that the items that can drop from the loot bag are like the apple, medical leaks, sweets, relic coins. There's a loot table in the description of the data pack page, so consider checking that out. So now I'm gonna show you all how very common the drop rate for the loot bag is on this particular difficulty, to which I use a flame burst on a Woobat and get a Poké loot bag, which drops us 9 super potions, which is honestly pretty good. That's like a mid-range spawn. So then we come over and challenge the Kakuna, to which we use flame burst again, and of course one hit him. We also get a dream string that's from a different mod, pay no mind to that, but we get another Poké loot bag here, to which we get 4 white mint leaves, which is the max you can get of mint leaves. And then we challenge a Oddish, to which we use flame burst again. A lot of grass and bug types around here, so flame burst all the way. And we get another Poké loot bag. So practically every Pokemon we battled so far, we get a Cobblemon loot bag. And here in the config setting, we're going to change it to default, and right there you can click the on and off to make the sound effects go away, so that you don't have to hear the clicking noise every time. But now that we're on default, we're going to challenge this Ampipalm over here and see if we can get a loot bag out of him. We did not get a loot bag out of him, so that just shows you default, you don't get a loot bag all the time. Now we're going to challenge this Whirlpool and of course use Flame Burst again, another bug type. And we actually did get a Poké loot bag out of him, which gave us a timer ball. Besides defeating Pokemon, you can use a command to spawn in a loot bag. all you have to do is type in /function lbags : and then type in give/1 with entity at s, and you'll get a Poké loot bag, to which you can click and receive some blueberries. And another feature is you can click it multiple times, or you can collect them multiple times. Either way, all you gotta do is hold down right click and it'll just take them all and give you 4 rolls of the loot bag. I do have some future plans of more data packs, mostly involving spawns of different Pokemon such as legendaries and mythicals, because I couldn't find a decent data pack or mod to do that for me, so I'm just going to create it myself. I already have a temporary data pack in motion. It's nighttime right now, so it's not available. But let me go to bed real quick and I'll show you what spawn is in the sparse jungle right now with my data pack on the server, or in my world in this case. And the one mythical is Celebi. Celebi currently spawns at 0.36% in jungle biomes. There's 3 other ones, I can't remember what they are, but I'm going to be trying to add all the legendaries and mythicals. So hopefully I get to that soon, but that's something to look forward to. And if you guys did find this video helpful, and if you guys like the data pack, consider clicking that like button, and also consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time.